told all of you guys about João Pedro. I told every single person when João Pedro signs for Chelsea, he is going to cook 6 appearances in the Premier League and Club World Cup combined, 5 goals and 2 assists.
When you're not at your best. And that's what Chelsea did today. We mock Arsenal for it, but the set-piece goal, João Pedro was there again. And I've always said this, Chelsea have an elite number 9. And I've always said, if Chelsea manage to find an elite level number 9, they will be scary. And João Pedro can play 10, he can play 9. And I've said this about João Pedro for 2 years. He is a top-level player. And if he gets a move to a top team, you will see that. And we're seeing it at Chelsea. 5 starts, 5 goals, 2 assists. He is Chelsea's new focal point. I know he was playing as more of a 10 today than a 9, but in the second half, he got a lot more involved. And he was just there sometimes holding up the ball. And what João Pedro can do, which is really clever, is the way he gets the ball, he can just turn away from his defender. He can get the ball, turn away from his defender. His movement to get in space, to get between the lines, to get in the pockets, to receive the ball, turn, play the ball. Not only can he score goals, not only is he scoring with his head, is he scoring with his feet, not only is he providing the output, but he actually drops and gets involved in play and can help Chelsea sustain pressure in the final third, can help Chelsea find gaps. He's almost like the guy that's holding that Chelsea front line together. And I think the amount of impact he's having at Chelsea is incredible, with his movement, with his hold-up, with his all-round ability, and the fact that he's getting on the end of crosses, even when he didn't score. I think it was the time where he was offside in the second half, but the fact that he was making the run to get on the end of things, his runs, his movements, he's so unpredictable. He can play 10, he can play 9, and he's an all-round classy player. And Chelsea with an elite level player up top is always going to be a good side. And he finally gives Chelsea that clinical forward that can win matches. And João Pedro is winning matches. And João Pedro is very good. And you're seeing that. He's very good. He's getting on the end of it. He's winning matches. He is a difference maker. And that's exactly what you want in a number 9 signing. And I think it's been a phenomenal bit of business so far, João Pedro, for Chelsea. The only problem Chelsea are having is the injuries. I don't know.
Fulham 0. Don't you hate it when the main talking points are the referees in a game like this, with this like magnitude, with Chelsea, the early kickoff in this game week, of course. But listen, there's a lot to talk about in this game. But listen, João Pedro, he's absolutely amazing for Chelsea. He has been great since he joined the club in the Club World Cup and now in the league. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about what Enzo Maresca did wrong and the Enzo Fernandez performance, of course. And there is a lot of points that I wanted to talk about. But before I go on, this is Footy Judge Mo, guys. If you are here for the first time, make sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and also like the video underneath. It looks like thumbs up. And if you're here for the first time, it helps the video go to the next viewer. So make sure to hit that like button, make it lit, make it like this. And actually put a comment below. Do you think Chelsea robbed Fulham? I want to know what you guys think, because I got a strong opinion about it. So stay with us. But I'm going to first start by no Palmer, Chelsea. I'm going to start by with no Palmer. Chelsea lacked creativity. In the first half, Chelsea were the second best team on the pitch. Fulham looked more dangerous. Fulham looked more in control. Of course, the lineup with João Pedro and Delap, who got injured, unfortunately, and Tariq George came in for him. Neto on the left, Estevao on the right. Enzo Maresca played the same way he played in the last game, where Malo Gusto was basically playing way up on the pitch and Estevao were tucking inside the pitch. That worked pretty well for Chelsea last game, but it looks like Estevao was out of the game completely in the first half. He wasn't getting the ball enough. The ball was played to the left. Malo Gusto was forced to go back every time. The ball was bouncing between Tosin and Chalobah for the most of the Chelsea position in the first half. Caicedo couldn't end the game. But I actually think that the one that affected Chelsea the most is Enzo Fernandez. Not having him on the ball enough. For some whatever reason, he started the season slow. I know he scored from a penalty, but his performance lackluster. His performance doesn't look like the Enzo Fernandez of last season, when people were putting him as one of the best midfielders in the league. We spoke about this on our live show.
Chelsea Football Club are Premier League title contenders. Premier League fans, open your ears and hear this thing. I've been telling you for months. Open your eyes and see. Do not be deceived. Back-to-back games without their best offensive asset, without their best offensive player, Cole Palmer, and they have scored 7 goals in those 2 games. Don't be deceived. Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City. Some of you will still place Man City above them with everything that's happening. You're looking at Chelsea. They cannot shock me. Chelsea will not take me off guard. I know what I'm expecting. I know what I'm watching. For how many years they have been looking for a striker to replace, what's his name, Diego Costa? João Pedro has come out of nowhere and is doing everything. João Pedro is in offense, defense, midfield. João Pedro was there to score the first header. Wait, when did João Pedro download this heading? I don't see all this at Brighton. This guy was struggling to score non-penalty goals at Brighton. All of a sudden, he's heading, every game he's scoring a header. They finally have gotten their striker with a beautiful header. At the end of the game, 93rd minute, the striker is there in the box, being the one to do a goal line clearance to block the ball from going into the net. João Pedro again. Chelsea has signed this demon. And some of you are still looking at them as non-title contenders. They cannot shock me. The fact that Chelsea is now winning games without Cole Palmer, Cole Palmer, that at one point, Chelsea would have been in maybe relegation battle if Cole Palmer was in their team.
I told all of you guys about João Pedro. I told every single person when João Pedro signs for Chelsea, he is going to cook 6 appearances in the Premier League and Club World Cup combined, 5 goals and 2 assists. He's absolutely cooking. He really, really is. He was by far Chelsea's best attacker today. He was linking up the play. He scored his goal from the corner. He was getting in and around the box. Caicedo again with another monster performance. Another incredible display from Caicedo. Enzo Fernandez with a goal and an assist. That double pivot once again working to the absolute maximum. And you know what? Fulham held a really good account of themselves today. Fulham will feel very, very hard done by. They had a goal chalked off in the first half. I don't know how I feel about it. If that was against Spurs, I'd be very, very frustrated. But you can completely understand why, from when it slowed down, why it was given. But in real time, I didn't think the Fulham goal should have been chalked off. But that's football. Chelsea were deserved winners. You know, more shots on target, more possession, more corners. They beat Fulham in every single metric. And that guy, once again, he played in the 10 today. Liam Delap started up front. João Pedro, 2 goals and 2 assists in 3 Premier League games. You know, looks the real deal. Everyone told me, but he only got 6 non-penalty goals in a Brighton shirt last season. Put him around different players. And Chelsea haven't even needed Cole Palmer the last 2 games. They've scored 7 goals and conceded just 1. They sit top of the Premier League after a really, really good performance in the second half against Fulham. 7 goals scored, 1 conceded.